Hello, my lovelies. Welcome to day 28 of our 30-day yoga challenge. We're almost done, and I figured it'd be fitting to do a yoga practice centered around grief because the challenge is ending, and we tend to grieve things that end. And I think that it's important to note that you can grieve so many different things. We kind of think of grief as it associates with death, which is very true. Obviously, you grieve people that we lose, pets that we lose, friends, family, whatever it is. I have a lot of experience in that realm, but we also grieve anything that ends, whether it's a relationship, a job, you grieving a place maybe where you lived. If you move to a new home, you can grieve your old car when you buy a new car. Like, we kind of forget that generally anything that ends, we feel grief towards. And sometimes I think, especially in the case of it's something really awesome, like you're grieving your old home because you bought a new home, or your old car because you got a new car, or your old self, or whatever it is. It's like, why am I grieving it? I should be happy because I did this thing and it's amazing, but I still feel this sadness. And I just wanted to let you know that it's extremely valid to feel that way. You can grieve anything that ends and also be happy about the new thing. But we have to just allow ourselves to grieve sometimes, and it's okay. So that's kind of what this practice is about. Now, where do we kind of hold our grief is in the heart, of course, in our heart chakra. This is our chakra of love, and grief, if anything, is an expression of love. And we also, of course, store it in the sacral chakra, where we store all of our emotions. So we are going to be working on both of those today. I do recommend you have your blocks with you, and of course any props that you need for your practice, but I will be cueing things with the blocks today. And this practice is going to be kind of low to the ground, staying on the mats, just getting very deep, and just kind of allowing ourselves to grieve, allowing ourselves to feel all the things that come with grief. Grief isn't just a one emotion feeling. It kind of comes with anger and sadness and resentment and guilt and all these weird feelings. Like, grief has so many feelings inside of it. It's like its own feeling, and then there's so many feelings as a part of it. So I just encourage you, the kind of affirmation or mantra for today is to give yourself a safe space to grieve, give yourself a safe space to feel. So if you'd like to use the affirmation, I give myself permission to feel, I give myself a safe space to feel, I give myself permission to grieve, whatever it is, whatever resonates with you. I just want you to remind yourself of that throughout your practice. So that being said, we're going to get started. We will get started in our child's pose. So as always, have any props that you need that is going to make your child's pose feel good for you. You can bring your knees as wide as the mat. Sink those hips back to your heels. Extend those arms out overhead and just drop that chest to the mat. Now you can rest your chin on the mat, you can rest your forehead on the mat, whatever feels good. Remember that your hips do not have to be touching your heels. You're just intentionally pressing the hips back towards the heels. And as you settle in here, as always, we're going to bring awareness to the breath and to the body, into your mat, into your space. I just want you to notice your breath as it goes in and out through your nose. As you inhale, filling up, taking up space. And as you exhale, maybe sinking deeper into the mat. I want you to take inventory here. This time taking inventory just of this challenge, how it has been so far. How are you doing? How are you feeling? What are some wins that we can acknowledge? Some good things? What are the struggles that we faced? What are our accomplishments here in this challenge? Maybe what you're going to miss about it. Again, just acknowledging all of these things and all of these different thoughts and feelings, as that is a part of grief. Practicing non-judgment, non-attachment. We're just noticing these things. We're just getting curious about these things. And giving ourselves a safe space to explore and to feel. Now, if you'd like to take the option here in your child's pose for a heart opener, I just want you to bring the hands together in prayer, palms together, and bend at the elbows and bring that prayer over your head. This is going to kind of activate those shoulders and the chest, just starting to get into the heart here. You continue to breathe, long, deep inhales and exhales. And just exploring how you feel. Child's pose for me personally is probably my favorite pose to cry in, so if you need to cry or squeeze out a couple of tears, you can do so here. We'll take some big, deep community breaths together, remembering that this community, the community around you is here to support you. It's much more easy to, not easy, but, you know, it's better to process grief when you have support, when you have a community with you. So we're going to do these community breaths together. Remember, there are so many people practicing with you. I want you to take a big inhale in through the nose, filling up. And open mouth, exhale. 2 more, big inhale in, filling up, taking up space. And open mouth, exhale. Last one, biggest inhale yet, fill up a little more. And open mouth, exhale, share this energy with your community. Let your breath return to normal. You can release those hands down to the mat. I want you to gently inhale, take your time to come to your table. And then exhale, you're going to release down to your belly. Take your time to get here. Hands are going to come underneath the shoulders. We're going to flow through some low cobra. You're squeezing those elbows into your side. I want you to inhale, just lift the head, the chest, the shoulders. And exhale, release. Inhale, lift the head, the chest, the shoulders. Exhale, release. Last one, inhale, lift for that low cobra. And exhale, we release. You can bring your arms out to cross, forearms in front of you. We'll find half frog here. So keeping the right leg straight, I want you to bend that left knee out, creating this 90-degree angle, so knee comes out from the hip and foot comes out from the knee. And of course you can keep it lower if that feels comfortable for you. And I want you to breathe here. Breathe into this left hip. Just again, taking a moment to reminisce. Think about all the things that have happened in these past 28 days, almost 30 days. What do you wish to celebrate? What do you need to release? Just experiencing all the emotions that come with grief here. Now gently, I want you to bring your hands to underneath your shoulders, and we're going to do a low cobra here in our half frog. So you don't have to press up very high, just a gentle press up, squeezing elbows into sides, hands under the shoulders. Inhale, just lift the head, the chest, the shoulders. Press the hips into the mat. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Last one, inhale, lift, low cobra. And exhale, release. Go ahead and release the hands again to cross in front of you. Release that left leg back and we'll take it to the other side. So left leg is straight. This time right knee bends out to the side, finding that half frog on the right. Now breathing into this right hip. Again, just noticing anything that comes up that you need to process through. And then we're going to gently bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Palms press into the mat, elbows are squeezed in. Inhale, lift for that low cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift up, press those hips into the mat. Exhale, release. Last one, lift up. And exhale, gently release. Bring those forearms back to cross in front of you. Release that right leg. And I just want you to gently rock your hips from side to side here. Just kind of shake out those hips. And then I want you to bend your knees so your feet are kind of coming into the butt. And I want you to rock your legs from side to side. And the next time they're over to the left, just kind of let them hang out there. And then bring them through center and over to the right. Just let them hang there for a moment. And back to center. And go ahead and release. I want you to bring those hands underneath your shoulders. And we're going to gently inhale, press up to your tabletop. Take your time. As always, any support that you need under your knees. Finding this tabletop, shoulder, elbow, wrists are stacked. Hips are stacked over the knees. And we're going to flow through our cat-cow. I want you to inhale, lift the chin, open the chest, drop the belly, arch the back. Exhale, round everything. Dome out the shoulders, drop chin to chest. Inhale, open up. And exhale, round. Do 5 to 7 more of these on your own breath. Linking your breath to your movement. Take your time. Find this slow, gentle flow. Go ahead and gently finish up this last round and release to a neutral spine. Now I'm going to give you 2 options here. Option 1 is to continue to flow through your cat-cow. Option number 2 is to take an extended cat-cow, which is finding your high cobra for the heart opener, for the cow. Inhale, and then exhale to your child's pose, or this would be the cat. Inhale, open. And exhale, close. Now again, you can just flow through your cat-cow here. We'll do 5 rounds wherever you are. Just find some flow. We're getting into both the hips and the heart. Tapping into all those healing energies. And just allowing ourselves to process through some of that stuff. Finish up your last round, and then wherever you are, I want you to drop back into your child's pose, release. Find yourself just sinking deep into the mat. And again, just allowing yourself to get curious here. What am I feeling? How am I feeling? How is my grief showing up? It can show up in so many different ways. As odd as it sounds, you can even feel happy in grief. You can have happy memories. Just trying to identify the emotions coming up and giving yourself a safe space to feel them. And we'll seal this with a deep community breath. Big inhale in, filling up chest, filling up belly. Open mouth, exhale. On your next inhale, I want you to gently rise and come to a seat on your knees. Now I'm going to grab these blocks because we're going to be setting up for our low lunge here. So set up the way that works best for you and your body. Coming to stand on the knees. Again, if you need support, a pillow or a blanket under your knees, you can take that. So from standing on the knees, I have my blocks in my hands. I'm going to step my right leg out to my low lunge. So this is where those blocks come in. You can have a block on either side of your foot, hands on those blocks or hands on the mat. I just want you to keep a lifted chest here. Now, option to bring those hands to your thigh, or option to inhale the arms up. Hips are square to the front of the mat, front knee is over ankle. And now, we're going to flow through some heart openers. You can inhale, lengthen, exhale, goalpost the arms, open the heart, lift the chin. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, open. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, open up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release those hands to the blocks. Straighten that front leg and come to your half splits, flexing those toes back towards your face. And counter pose here for our lunge. Again, just keeping the chest lifted. Now we're going to get deep into the hips here, so I want you to inhale, come back to your low lunge. And we're going to find our lizard, so you're going to bring that foot, that right foot forward and out, maybe coming to the outside of that right foot. Both hands come to the inside. You can remain here on your blocks, on your hands, or you can drop down to forearms, again finding your lizard. Your lizard's going to look different than mine, and mine's going to look different than yours. So going where it feels good for your body. Getting deep into the hips here, my friends. Wherever you are, I want you to hold and breathe. Gently, when you're ready, come back to your hands. Bring that foot down. Now we're going to go for our pigeon. So you're going to bring that right foot now through center and over to the left. Your shin dropping. Again, our goal is to get this shin parallel with the front of the mat, but it does not have to be. It's okay if your shin's at a diagonal. Now you can have hands on blocks. I want you to inhale for a heart opener, and then exhale, you can fold over that front leg. Now remember, you can place one of these blocks underneath that right hip for some extra support. And you can go wherever feels good here. You can rest on blocks, rest on forearms or hands. You can even rest on a pillow or a bolster here. Wherever you are, I just want you to breathe into that hip. Allow yourself to release those feelings of grief, whatever they may be. Give yourself that safe space, that permission. I almost feel like I'm going to cry. I definitely feel the release coming on. Don't forget your breath. Gently inhale, come back to your palms, tuck those back toes, and just press into the hands and just slide that right leg back gently. We got the whole other side to do, my friends. So coming to stand on your knees, we're going to step that left foot out now. Knee comes over the ankle, setting up for our low lunge. Making sure our chest is lifted, hands are on either side of the foot, either on the mat or blocks. And again, options, stay right here. You can lift those hands to the thigh, or you can inhale the arms up. Wherever you're at, just breathe and hold. Now, option for our heart openers here. Inhale, lengthen and reach. Exhale, go pulse the arms, open the heart, lift the chin. Inhale, reach. Exhale, open. Inhale, reach. Exhale, open. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hands come down, straighten that front leg. Find the half splits, flexing toes back towards your face. And again, chest stays lifted. Now inhale, come back to that low lunge. Both hands come to the inside. We'll find that pigeon. Walking that foot out and up, maybe coming to the outer edge. And then finding your lizard, wherever that may be. Breathing wherever it is. Maybe notice here, I can definitely tell I've been doing this almost 30 days of yoga with you all. I can definitely tell I'm a little bit more open here. And part of the grief is seeing how far we've come in a weird way. Grief is change. And when you're ready, come back up to those hands. We'll find our pigeon. So walking that foot through center, dropping that shin. And again, just taking a moment to take our heart opener here. Maybe place a block under that left hip and then release and fold down. Breathing here in your pigeon. Finding this release. Giving yourself permission and a safe space to feel. Gently coming back to those palms, press into them, tucking the back toes, and just sliding that left foot on back. And you can just come to a seat on your mat. We'll take some folds here, finding yourself to your seat gently, easily, scooching out some goodness if you need to, so you can feel those sit bones on the mat. Bring those feet together for me, open the knees, finding our bound angle pose. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. Again, just notice what feelings are coming up. Practice curiosity. Get curious instead of getting judgmental or beating ourselves up for feeling a certain way. Curiosity is a practice for me, just being curious. Why do I feel this way? That's interesting. Oh wow, you can kind of make some discoveries about yourself in this way when you just take it from a neutral place. Inhale, go ahead and rise, and exhale, release, bring those legs out to our wide-legged fold. Inhaling for a straight spine and exhaling to fold. Inhale to gently rise. Exhale, release. Now bring the feet together. Again, you can keep those feet a little bit wide here to honor and make space for your belly and thighs. We'll take a straight-legged fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, reach. You can also use a strap here to reach for those toes. Totally don't have to touch the toes. If you'd like to get more into the low back, you can even bend the knees here. Fold a little deeper. And inhale, gently rise. Now we're going to find our way to our backs. Bring your blocks just with you to have nearby, because we'll be incorporating those later. And just go ahead and slowly lower to your back. I want you to bend into these knees. Feet bottoms are on the mat. And I want you to rock your knees from side to side. Windshield wiper the knees here. And the next time they're over to the right, I want you to drop them there. Now, you can stay right here, or option to take this right ankle and cross it over left thigh. So you're kind of pulling that left knee down a bit more. You're going to feel this outer left hip open, your IT band, your iliopsoas. This is great if you have that kind of outer hip pain, sciatic pain, IT band pain. It's one of my favorite little moves. Kind of targets the part of the hip that we don't get into very often. Maybe there's some stuff stuck in there, some stuff we need to let go of. And go ahead and gently release, go back to windshield wipering the legs. And the next time they're over to the left, same thing, just drop them there. And you can stay right here. You can cross that left ankle over right thigh. And just breathe into this outer hip. And gently go ahead and release. Windshield wiper the legs one more time. And then you can release here. I want you to find Supta Baddha Konasana. So bringing the feet bottoms together to touch and opening the knees wide. You can use the blocks here if you'd like for a little bit of extra support. I want you to inhale the arms open. And exhale, right arm is going to come over left. You're going to give yourself a hug here. Nice and deep. Reach for those shoulders. And give yourself a little squeeze. Maybe massage the shoulders. If you have long nails like me, you can maybe give yourself a little scratch. And I want you to say at least one nice thing to yourself here. At least one positive affirmation. Whatever it is. Maybe say it out loud. Just show yourself some love, some appreciation. You did it. You're almost finished. Inhale, open the arms up, and exhale, switching the arms. This time left arm goes over, right arm goes under, and again, just really reach for those shoulders. Be soft and gentle with yourself here. Show yourself some love. Again, I want one more positive affirmation, one more nice thing that you can say about yourself here. And go ahead and inhale, open. And exhale, release. You can close those knees. Now we're going to finish this class in a supported fish pose. So this is where those blocks are going to come in. You're going to place one block in the center of your mat long ways, right where right in between your shoulder blades where that would fall, right on the bra line. You're going to come to rest down on that block. So you're going to feel those shoulder blades kind of melt open over the block. And then the second block you can use as a pillow over your head. I personally don't need that, but you can take that if you'd like. Now, options for the legs, you can keep the knees bent. You can take that Supta Baddha Konasana, get into the hips a bit more. You can lengthen the legs straight. Whatever feels good for you and your body here. Now, make sure you really find the sweet spot in the supported fish before you relax. Your arms can kind of fall to the sides, or they can rest gently on your belly. With every exhale, allow yourself to just open up further on that block. Feel that heart open. With every exhale, allow the heart to open further, feeling those shoulder blades melt around the block. You can close your eyes here if it feels good. This is where I will leave you, my friends. I encourage you to spend at least 5 breaths here and just allow yourself to feel. Give yourself that safe space to grieve. And I will see you tomorrow.